That is the largest lake trout that I have ever seen.
Sleeping Beauty.
These you?
Yeah.
Yeah. The trouts, huh? Sleeping Beauty, that's sleeping scary.
Yeah, what's up, Pat? Good. What's going on?
Too much. We're pumped up.
Hey everybody, welcome to our show this week. We're up on Lake Superior with our good friend Pat Magdelano from Mag Custom Rods. Hey Pat, you know what? Besides building some of the best rods in the country, you also guide on one of the most famous places there is for giant lake trout.
Yeah, it's world-class fishing out here. We're about 48 miles offshore jigging for lake trout, and it's an epic place, but it's dangerous too, so you got to be careful and you just got to know what you're doing out here.
This is one of them places where I myself don't want to come out. Definitely want to come out with somebody that knows the water. You know, anything could happen out here when you're out this far out. You know, Pat, you've been sending me pictures of some absolutely giant lake trout. And you know, one of my things is that I want to catch a lake trout over 40 pounds jigging, and I can't think of a better place to come and do it than out here on Stannard Rock.
Yeah, your best chance is out here for sure. And I've gotten a few over 35 this year. But
Them are big.
I haven't hit the 40-pound mark, but I think today maybe we will.
Hey, we also got our special guest today. I got my daughter, Lucy Marie. She's up front yet, warming up from the ride out here. And of course, we've got Rockin' Randy and Steve from Leroy Meats.
Hey guys.
I'll tell you, I got a feeling it's going to be one of them days. So, you know, I'd like to chit-chat more, but I'm going to get a rod in my hand and see if I can tag into it. Look at that locator. It's lit right up. Yeah, hooked up. Hooked up. All right. He's showing us how to do it, I'll tell you what. It certainly didn't take him long.
Smaller one.
Small fish, Pat?
Yeah.
No, I don't know how you did that because, man, you were on it like...
Yeah, every once in a while you just really slow, short little pops, and then you kind of dead stick it. Because right now they're not really aggressive because the water's so cold.
Okay.
So they're lethargic, so...
See what you got. Where is it?
I see. Yep. There's the meter. Pretty one.
That is a pretty fish. Now there's two different types of lake trout out here, right, Pat?
Yeah. Mackinaw and the Cisco.
And the Cisco are not the good eating ones, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's a clean one. Yeah.
Hey, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna tie one of the ESOC Cobras on here, right here, and give that a shot. And I got the herring oil combo. You can get mad, you can get sad. You can get mean, you can get green. But I'm gonna become a lake trout machine. Ready, huh? Oh yeah. Boy, is that cool looking, bringing them out of that deep water.
Awesome.
Nice. You know that?
That's perfect eater size.
Better one?
Yeah, he's a little better. Oh, there's fish with him.
There is?
Yeah, big ones. Someone reeling really fast.
Reel,
See him right there?
Reel,
Someone reeling really fast. That's a nice fish.
Well, that's a good fish. Nothing wrong with that, Pat.
Just leave him right in the water.
Nice job, Pat. That's absolutely a beautiful fish. Now, you're definitely doing something a little bit different. And you know, when it comes to fishing, technique is everything.
Yeah, I'm just keeping it right close to bottom and
you're not moving it a lot. I noticed that.
This
More
time
of
of
a
year,
twitch.
they're not super aggressive, so you kind of just got to put it in front of them and just a little bit of movement, but not much.
That one came out of about 210 feet, huh?
Yep. So you bring them up nice and slow, they'll release. Awesome. This thing will release right away.
And you know, one thing I love about your guiding too, Pat, you're not out here to kill all these big fish.
No, I don't kill anything over 8 pounds.
Right, and that's
Unless
crucial.
I
I
have
don't
to.
understand why anybody would come out here and want to kill them big fish.
Yeah.
How old is a fish like that?
They're a little bit different, but like a 30 pounder is probably 35 to 40 years old.
Okay. Nice job.
A lot of guys say when you fish this deep, they don't release, which you just have to know what you're doing. You have to bring them up slow, keep them in the water as long as you can, and take care of the fish, and the fishery will take care of you.
I love to hear that.
That's your future, isn't it, Pat?
Yeah, and there's no stocking out here. It's all natural reproduction, and these big lake trout don't taste good. You know, they're just so old, fatty, oily, and if you want to keep fish, those 4 to 6 pounders are perfect to keep. And to keep a world-class fishery good, you got to release the big ones.
I'm a firm believer in that.
Anyone I take out, that's the first thing I tell them is we don't keep anything over 8 pounds, and everyone's been pretty good with that. No issues there.
Right.
So.
The chance of catching a monster lake trout, you're not going to have that if you keep keeping the big fish.
Yep. So let's get back down and get one about 2 or 3 times that size.
Got him, Steve. Steve's got one. Steve, what do you think?
I'm thinking this is going to be pretty impressive once we get to see this fish.
What's the biggest lake trout you ever caught, Steve?
I've never caught a lake trout before today.
Look at the size of that. Let me look at the size of that tank. That's a giant. Oh my goodness. Look at the tail on that fish. Oh my. Look at that. Oh, that is incredibly beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. Look, how big do you think this one is?
He's 20, all of 25.
Oh, yeah, giant. Nice job. Woo. Doesn't get any better. Lake Superior, lake trout fishing. It's no doubt, you know, this is some of the best lake trout fishing in the whole country. That's your first lake trout?
Well, I had caught that,
Well, the smaller one before,
earlier,
right?
but, I mean, this is impressive. This is not what I was anticipating, but this is great.
Magnify that a little bit, right?
That Meg's rod was awesome. I'm not a very experienced fisherman, but I could feel that bottom just fine in this deep water, and I felt that fish just thump it.
And it's real key to wind them in slow, right, Pat?
Yeah, otherwise their swim bladder explodes and they don't go down. And that one instantly was gone.
Hey, I'll tell you what, everybody, it is my favorite time of the day. It's our Leroy lunchtime, and we've got the experts here today. We've got Randy and Steve from Leroy Meats. Hey, Randy and Steve, why don't you guys tell us a little bit about what you got going on there today? It looks like some smoked salmon, which kind of fits in with what we're doing here today.
Yeah, right, Larry. Yeah, we smoke many different flavors of salmon. I mean, obviously our original salmon is the #1 seller, but
brought a couple different flavors here for you. We brought the Cajun for you. And
Oh, I love it.
For Lucy up there sleeping in the front of the boat, we got some rum honey for her.
There ain't nothing sweet about that girl. I'm gonna tell you that, Randy. Like I said, my favorite time of day. Whoa! That fish followed you right up. Well, that is cool. Give me a rock.
buddy or no? Rubber.
Ooh, that's a nice fish. Ooh, nice job, Steve. No, it's kind of funny. Oh, I just had a hit. That's kind of funny that that fish followed your bait right up before he actually even hit it. You got one too, Pat? Pat's got one. I just missed one. Now we're on a good pot again. Nice job. Gotta love it. What Pat's actually doing now is that fish is still full of air in him, so he's trying to burp him so he can be released. So he's just holding them down in the water far enough where he can release it because of the pressure.
And just let them swim down and then bring them up slow. And you'll see the bubbles as you bring them up again. See, all that air is gone now. Now it's nice and soft. They'll swim right away now. That's how you do it.
Yep, back, swim for another day. Nice fish, Pat. That's what we're looking for right there. I like when you say it's a nice fish.
It's like I get about 10, 20 feet and then he goes back down to the bottom. Like he's still on the
Pat's
bottom.
saying it's a monster. That's got me intrigued. From a guy that fishes out here all the time and has caught several monster lake trout.
You know when you can't move them off the bottom for about 15 minutes, you know it's trophy quality fish. Just one giant fish. He's here, Larry.
Yeah, I'm right there. Oh, hang on.
Dude, that is a monster. Oh my God.
Oh my, holy cats, Pat! Whoa, giant! Whoa, look at the size of that lake trout. That is the largest lake trout that I have ever seen. I'll tell you, Pat, that thing, it took you a half hour to get that thing off the bottom. What an absolute giant lake trout. He's thinking
fish
Pat's
like
saying,
this, yep.
right.
That's why I come out here for fish like
That's why
this.
we do what we do. If you want to come out and experience something that is definitely world class, you definitely want to come out with Pat and try to hook up with one of these big lake trout and maybe buy a Meg's custom rod. Let's get that
Let
big
this
cow
fish
back
go.
in.
See how this fish is gonna swim right away.
Yep.
He's already ready.
That's amazing.
That's why you take care of them. You do it right.
Right.
You know, people say you can't release them.
That's not true. Not true at all. Right.
Swim
So
right
there's
away.
no reason whatsoever, you guys, to kill these fish. None. Look at that fish. Half-hour battle. Swam. Look at that. There she goes for another day.
Yep.
Woo!
10 years.
All right, Pat.
Yeah. That's the best
That's
part about
what
it
it's
right
all
there.
about
Watch
right
them
there.
swim away.
I would agree, 100%. On for another day.
That's the juju right there.
Yeah, slimed up. These things probably could use a little wash, and they got a lot of 430s this year so far.
And then bibs?
Yeah. Yep. 430 pounders. 2 over 35 have touched these bibs. So now Larry needs to get one.
You know what happened is that when we came out here, there was hardly any wind at all, and now that wind's picked up quite a bit, so we got the Delco drift socks down. And this is a product that they started making a couple years ago, and I use them a ton out on Lake Winnebago. It's a great drift sock. I like it because it's one of them kind of drift socks where you don't have to mess with. The material's heavy enough, you can just throw it in the water and it's gonna deploy on its own, versus some of the ones that the material's lighter where you have to mess with them all the time, pull them in and out to get them to blow up. So this is definitely gonna slow our drift down, so you got more control and you don't have to have as much line out when you're jigging. Keep your rod tip up. There you go. That first one, was no small.
Oh! What is it? It's a nice one.
That's a steelhead.
It's a steelhead.
How's that dry?
Here, let's loosen up. Yeah. Keep reeling. Whoa, 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 whoa. Come around, come around, come around, come around. Come around. Okay, come around that way.
You come around here, I'll net him.
That way, to the right.
How's that dry? Hold this.
Got it. Holy cats. Whoa. Now a steelhead out here.
Lift up.
Lift up, loose. Oh.
That's a beautiful fish.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice steelhead too.
There, good job, Lucy. Now that's something you typically don't see out here, huh, Pat?
Never caught a steelhead out here, and that's all of 8 pounds.
That's a
maybe
beautiful
bigger.
fish. And tell everybody at home what Lucy was doing.
She was casting a spoon, reeling it in.
So basically just letting out almost all the line and then the slow
See, that
roll.
one was high up though, because as soon as it hit, it's already out of the water.
Right. That
But,
was
I mean,
cool.
That's a super nice fish.
Nice job, Luce. That is a big fish. Whew. Whoa. Oh, Scott, another one.
Hooked up.
Oh, nice deal. Wow, we are on them now, folks. I'll tell you that. Not that we haven't been, but you know, Lucy has just caught a real nice steelhead. Now she's got hopefully a lake trout on.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a nice fish. There's nothing wrong with that. Not a giant.
Should be good.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, another nice one.
Yep, you got him with that net, otherwise I got this one.
Let him out there a little bit.
No, you're good. Yeah, open that up. Woo! Hey, another great use for the tubble towels is lake trout slime and blood, which, Lucy, why was your fish so bloody? Right?
I don't know.
Well, pick up your tubble towels. And I mean, folks, pick up your tubble towels. Hey, this week's tip of the week brought to you by our good friends up at Mike's Country Meats, the finest jerky on the planet. Pat, what an unbelievable day we had out on Stannard Rock, and we did end up keeping a few fish. I'm sure you got a tip or two for us, so give it to us.
Yeah, bleeding lake trout or any kind of trout, I always bleed them. So I got one that's bled and one that's not, so let's see.
The difference, huh?
Yeah, it's just a lot less messy when you're cleaning them, and your fish taste better too. So
Let's see how it goes. Looks like a pretty sharp knife you got there.
yeah, I could use a good sharpening, but see, just very minimal blood.
That's sweet.
You could just wipe that off with a towel, and it's good.
Oh,
Big difference.
that's a big difference for sure, just in the mess and in the coloration of the meat
The
too.
meat tastes a lot better too when it's just taken care of right.
I'm all about that. So that's a great tip. Hey, this week's tip of the week again brought to you by our good friends up at Mike's Country Meats. Hey everybody, we had an absolutely epic day out on Stannard Rock with Pat, and now we're in the shop and we're gonna go over some custom rods that he's been building here. And you know, all I can say is what a great day we had, and let's finish it off here and see what Pat's got rolling. Hey, Pat, you know what? Thanks, man. What a great day we had. Everybody had a ball out there. Let's kind of show everybody what you have going here in the shop and how do you put these rods together.
I actually have a couple rods that I had out there today. I've been selling a lot of them actually. This needs epoxy still, but this is a 7-foot. This is for Stannard Rock actually.
So if somebody wants to buy a rod, pretty much you'll custom build any rod that they want, any kind of action, any kind of handles, any kind of guides.
Yep, anything from ice rods to saltwater rods, anything.
We had an absolutely awesome time out there on Stannard Rock today fishing with you. And we always appreciate you sponsoring the show and sending us some absolutely great rods because it helps us become a better fisherman. And if people want to get a hold of you, either to do some chartering or to have a custom rod or two built, tell them how they can do it.
You can go on my rod page, maxcustomrods.com, and I have a Facebook and Instagram page, and then I have a hooked up charters for my chartering, and you can call me too. So.
And if they want to call you?
It's 906-361-4379.
That's awesome. Hey, Pat, thanks again for everything. Like always, appreciate it. Want to thank definitely Randy and Steve today for the great food out there on the boat from Leroy Meats. Hey, and we want to definitely thank all of the doctors and nurses in this country to working hard and keeping things rolling. And remember, like I always say, what a great day it is to be alive.
Hunter, why'd you stay up so late last night, keeping these guys up drinking beer? Lucy and I went to bed right away.
Wow, guys.
Are you kidding?
Fish on it.
First bottom.
You're bottom.
Yeah.
You're bottom, guys.
Ready to do this there?
Yep, I love doing this. This is my favorite freaking part. Yeah, it's my favorite part too. Yeah, just love it. Love that sting in the hand when the blades hit your fingers. Yeah, and it feels like they cut them off.
You really don't need all 10 fingers, Larry.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know why they gave us 10. but-
Right. Right.
Okay, you're good.
Oh, thanks, Randy.
Come on,
He smells better now too.